Hello everyone, it's averydawnside and welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be training Bear. As you see, I feel like I've trained this horse in so many videos recently, but he's at level 12, so I'm hoping to max him soon. But today's going to be a more laid back video. It's been a super duper long week. It's actually Thursday, the night before you guys will be seeing this. I have been doing job training from 9 to 5 all week and I'm exhausted, so if I sound a little more tired than usual, that's why. But I'm actually really excited to film this video because it's a bit different, but kind of more of the story style training times that you guys said that you like from the last video that was a training time that I uploaded. But this time I asked for you guys to submit random words on my Instagram story, which I will post here if you guys ever want to partake in these videos, either anonymously or not. You can go ahead and check out my Instagram at averydawnside. But I had you guys submit random words, and then based off those words, I was going to tell you the first thing that comes to mind when I see that word, whether it's a person, place, or thing. So you guys submitted so many, so I'm going to try and get to as many as I can, but I don't want to overexhaust myself, so we'll see how many I get to. I'm sure this will be a lengthy training time though. I'm not going to keep talking your ear off, so without further ado, let's just go ahead and get right into it. So the first word on here is submitted by Alyssa_EmberWild_SSO, and they said averydawnside. So it's kind of funny that they decided to submit this because I feel like sometimes, obviously you guys recognize me as Avery, my nickname, or averydawnside, but that's not actually my in real life name. Avery's not my in real life name, so it's kind of funny. I don't actually think of myself, like I do think of myself when I think of this word, but I don't think of like me personally. I think of the character that you're seeing right now in game and like YouTube and stuff like that. But the first thing that I thought about this was kind of a story. It actually happened pretty recently, so you guys have probably heard me say it a million times, but I feel like I live Hannah Montana like a double life, because obviously I have my in real life and then I have my YouTube life, and they're obviously one thing, but then there's the averydawnside like persona and all that, and like roleplay and all that good stuff, and then there's me in real life, which I'm not gonna share my in real life name, but it does start with A. And anyway, so since I live this double life in my head, it's been something that I kept a secret more at the beginning, but obviously my family knew, and it's been really cool to have a channel and everything, and it's not something that I share with everyone. But recently, obviously my whole family knows, recently my sister had some friends over, and my sister's older than I am. She just turned 26 actually. And she has a bunch of her girlfriends over, and they were hanging out, and then I was doing something for YouTube. I had like a little meeting event thing for some stuff going on behind the scenes, and I couldn't come down to say hi until much later, and I came down and all of her friends were like, oh my goodness, it's the averydawnside. And obviously I'm not embarrassed about my channel, but it does still throw me off sometimes when people know, just because I'm not used to openly sharing it. But they weren't teasing me at all. It's kind of like, oh, it's averydawnside, like it's an inside joke. So when I think of averydawnside, I think of stuff like that, and that's the most recent memory that I've had with that. Okay, the next little word or submission blurb is from Emmy.tf, and they said year before high school. So again, this is a recent memory. I'm just telling you guys the first thing that pops to my head when I think about the year before high school, or the word, and this word or sentence is the year before high school. And the memory that I associate with this currently actually is because of, if any of you have Snapchat, I'm sure you know that they have those like 1 year ago today, 2 years ago today, 3 years ago today. 2 years ago today, it was the year, or I guess it was a couple days ago, and I think it was 2 years ago, but 2 years ago today, maybe 3, I got one of those like Snapchat memories, and it was of me about to go to a like leader meeting thing at 6:30 in the morning for incoming freshmen. I was one of those tour guides of the school that the freshmen come. If you guys are in high school, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. I'm sure like every program or every school has a program like this, but I was one of those leaders for that, and I had a Snapchat memory from being in an empty classroom with my freshmen, and that was really crazy. It's kind of weird to think about how time has flown by, but you know, it was a time. Okay, the next one is from Ellie_Summerlock, and they said pasta, lol. So, okay, I immediately have a thought when I think of this. If you have seen the movie Luca, if you haven't, I would totally recommend. 12 out of 10, amazing movie. But the pasta in there, I'm not a huge fan of pesto like pasta or Alfredo or anything like that, but the pasta in that movie looks so good. And Beta and I actually watched Luca together, I would say over a month ago, and I have not stopped thinking about looking at that pasta and trying to make it ever since. I'll let you guys know if I do ever make that pasta, but that is what I think of when I see the word pasta. Speaking of Beta, so many of you submitted Beta's name in here, and I would say the first thing when I think of Beta, oh goodness, okay, my most recent memory of him, I have a photo of him and his cat because we FaceTime like pretty regularly. I would say like every night, if not every other night, unless one of us is busy. But yeah, we FaceTime, and he has 2 really adorable cats, but one of them was snuggling with him, and I have a really cute photo. I'm not going to put it in the video because of privacy reasons, but I look at that and he has a very nice smile, and I have that photo of him, and that is what I think of when I think of him. Well, most recently. There's obviously a million other things because we have so many memories together, but that's just one of them. School, oh my goodness. So I'm sure many of you are obviously starting up school. It is that time. But for me, school is a little bit different because, you know, I'm in college, and school is not just like, oh, the back to school supplies or anything like that. It means moving in and like move-in day for a lot of freshmen and stuff. I'm graduating a year early, so this is my last year of college, which is crazy because I'm still so young. But school, so when I think of that, I do go back next week. I've been in school all summer, but I'm actually starting to move into my apartment. I did that last night on top of like the job training for school and everything. So when I think of school, I think of moving, which I think is kind of strange. Not a lot of people would associate moving with school until you get to be around the university age. Oh, okay. The next word, or another word that was submitted, was milestone. Okay, when I think of a milestone, I don't know. It's not that I think of one pivotal milestone in my head, but it's something that I've been doing a lot of reflecting on lately, is just my YouTube milestones and things like that. And one of the milestones that I've been thinking about a lot, which is actually very exciting. As many of you know, like I mentioned earlier in this video, I am graduating a year early, but I don't think I've really talked about why I'm graduating a year early or anything like that. But basically it's because my whole life I've always wanted a horse. I've been really passionate about horses, but it's something financially that I've been a little restrained and not able to do because I fully fund all of my riding, and I'm still in school full time, so I have loans and just so many little different things. But a milestone that I think of that is coming up is I'm graduating a year early because the money that I'm saving from what would be my last year of university is going towards a horse, and that is a milestone that I have been working towards literally probably since the day I could talk or even use my brain in the world. I've adored horses since then and always wanted to have my own, and to get the privilege to do that is insane. So at the end of the school year, as a graduation present to myself, so next summer, literally about a year away, hopefully by this time next year, I will be able to say that I have my own horse. You know, we're manifesting it. I will say in a year that I have my own horse, and I will post a video and I will show you guys the buying process because that's going to be so exciting. But that's a milestone that I've been thinking a lot about lately, just going into my last year and everything, and how hard I've worked for this. It's very surreal. So I think milestone, I really do think about that above all else because it's something that I've wanted my entire life, and the fact that that's so soon is amazing, and I'm super duper grateful for it. Okay, another word that was submitted, which is very random, but I definitely thought of something immediately. So the word is duck. I've never talked about this on my channel before, but I love birds. My favorite bird is a pigeon. Before it was a pigeon though, when I was younger, we would get these magazines in the mail for like a trading company, and you would order like party toys and random stuff off it. I'm sure many of you kind of know what I'm talking about, but I had an obsession with rubber ducks. Not that I like taking them in the bathtub or anything, but I literally just had an obsession with rubber ducks. And so I would order like 25, 50 bulk orders of rubber ducks, and that's all. I'd get them for my birthday, and we have a hot tub, and I had over 100 rubber ducks in the hot tub with me once. I don't really know why or where the interest of rubber ducks came from. I still have probably over 20 of them just sitting in a little basket in my garage, but yeah, I had an obsession with little rubber ducks, and it was cute because they were all different themes. Like I had pirate ones, I had different animal shaped rubber ducks, but they were like still ducks, you know? And yeah, that is what I think of when I think of ducks. A little fun fact about my childhood, my very interesting childhood. Hey, I guess kind of branching off of ducks, the next word that we have is chickens. So the thing that I think about for this, also kind of a very strange, funny memory, but I really like to go thrift shopping, and if any of you have been thrift shopping, you know that you find some of the best decorations but very interesting ones as well at thrift stores. And about a year ago, I went thrift shopping and found a life-sized ceramic chicken. I will insert a photo here if I can find one. Anyway, so I bought it, and it became a staple of my room and decorations. I'll also try and put some videos or photos up here of my last year college apartment because it's very farmhouse theme. So this ceramic chicken that I got, I named her Cindy Lou, and Cindy Lou has a little silicone chick named Pepe. So I have Cindy Lou, the ceramic chicken, and Pepe, the little silicone chick. So I'll try and put some pictures in the video, but that's what I think of when I think of chickens. I think of my ceramic chicken that's life-size. It's currently sitting in my apartment. Okay, someone submitted, oh goodness, someone submitted the word eyeballs. Okay, so very, very random story again. This is something that happened in high school. I think I've briefly mentioned this on my channel, but I haven't really fully gone in depth, oh goodness, with this story. Basically, when I was in high school, okay, also, this is going to be a graphic story, so if you don't like it, just skip to another section of the video. When I was in high school, I sliced my eye open. That sounds really dramatic. I didn't technically, like, slice it open, but I took a chunk of my eyeball, like, out with my, okay. I'm gonna explain the story, and it's gonna sound a little less crazy, but it's still a crazy story. So basically, when I was in high school, I was on a dance team. I was a captain of the dance team, all that good stuff. I'd been doing it for so many years that I'd gotten, like, obviously pretty good at it. I no longer do it, but anyways. So I was at practice for this one night, and it was our homecoming week. So we had, like, the homecoming football game, pep rally, all that good stuff coming up. I was in the running for, actually, no, that wasn't this year. This was my junior year of high school. And so we had a bunch of big events coming up, so we were practicing, like, every single night, multiple hours a night, and I was really tired. When I get really tired, I get very unaware of my surroundings. Like, I just kind of become, like, flimsy and all over the place, but I was still doing my thing because muscle memory. But somehow, don't ask me because I really don't know how, I underestimated where my arm was going during a time when I was doing a move, and I punched myself in the face. And this might sound like nothing, but if you knew me in real life, you know that I have pretty strong, long, natural nails. A lot of people think they're acrylics. They're not. They're real. They're my real nails. I'm just fortunate enough to have healthy nails. But anyways, so I punched myself in the face. While I did this, my thumbnail caught under my eyelid, and was so sharp that I scraped my eye, and took out a little scratchling of my eyelid. And I have a photo, but I'm not gonna put it in here because it's gross. If you really are curious, you can DM me on Instagram and I'll show you the photo. but I'm not gonna put it in the video because it's just kind of gross, it's kind of graphic, but I do have video and photo proof that this happened, if you don't believe me. But yeah, so that happened. Obviously it hurt. I didn't even cry, I just kept doing the routine. Practice ended, I got home and put eye drops in, and it was bad, but it wasn't terrible. Anyways, so I couldn't really see out of that eye for 2 weeks, and then obviously it scabbed over a bit, and while I was doing another football game performance for this team, the scab fell off my eye and into my eye, and I couldn't see, and it was a mess. People kept thinking I was winking at them, but also during that homecoming week I was partially blind, and I went to the homecoming dance, I did the pep rally dances, all that fun stuff, 50% blind for those 2 weeks because I punched myself in the face and cut open my eye, which, like, who does that? I don't know. I don't really know, because yeah, it was just something that happened. Okay, this other one says your first best friend. So my first best friend was, that I can remember, I had like childhood longtime friends, but I would say the first one that I made that wasn't just from like family association, her name was Olivia. I met her in the 1st grade. We were only really friends for the 1st grade, but something that I remember about her is she was obsessed with pigs. I really don't remember why, but she was obsessed with pigs, and that's probably one of my earliest memories. I was 6 when we met, and we met on the swings, and I, like, for the life of me could not remember her name until I thought of Olivia and Oink, you know, like oink like a pig. And yeah, that's one of the stories of one of my first best friends. Scarlet._.gladehost submitted the word stalker, and I know since I brought it up in that one video, you guys are dying to know what I'm talking about, but when I'm telling you this story, it's going to take an entire, like, separate video, because I have multiple stories with multiple different people in them. So I will tell you the story, okay? I will tell you the story just in a separate video. It's gonna come sometime in the future, I promise. I love that you guys are so excited to, you know, learn about that story though. Actually a few of you submitted Lola. So let's talk about Lola. Lola's been so good lately. She has really grown up, I would say, and developed over the summer, because as you guys know, if you don't know who Lola is the school horse that I ride at my barn. She is a 4-year-old off-the-track thoroughbred. She's super cute. She's kind of green, but definitely developing into herself a lot more. But a lot of other riders at my barn have been showing her. I don't show, at least not currently, just because it's too expensive. And I'm not really a competitive person, but they've been taking her to a lot of shows over the summer, and she's been totally like growing into herself and really catching up with the other horses and just absolutely shining. So I think about that. I'm hopefully riding this Sunday. I wasn't able to ride last week because it's been so hot where I live. But that's what I think when I think of Lola. And it's weird because January is going to be our 1 year of like riding together. I've really only ridden Lola this like past year, the entire year of 2021, and I started riding her on January 5th. And it seems far away, but it's crazy to think that that's not far away, and it's almost been an entire year of us riding together. She'll be 5, and it's just it's so crazy. It's very surreal, but I'm enjoying as many moments as I get with her because she's taught me a lot. And when I have my own horse, it's not like I'll get that chance to like hop on a bunch of different other horses or be on school horses. So I'm enjoying all the moments I have with her until I get my own horse, and I'm very grateful. Winter.kittens.official and many other of you submitted Ava. When I think of Ava, okay, I'm just doing the stuff that comes off the top of my head right now, and it's Thursday, so I would share a random memory that Ava and I have, but since I'm doing the things that are coming off the top of my head, the thing that I'm going to think about is Ava's sad right now, and that's really sad. I'm sad that she's sad, but that's her personal business, and I'm not going to share why. But when Ava and I get sad, we randomly text each other and are like, do you have any... We have these folders on Instagram, so you know on Instagram how you can save posts and things like that? Well, we have each on our own Instagram accounts have folders named like our names in real life, and we have these folders that we save content that we see posted on Instagram that we send to each other when the other one is sad. So since Ava's sad, I have been stocking up content in that folder for a while, and whenever she's like, hey, like, do you want to try and cheer me up, I will send stuff from that folder. And usually it's like motivational quotes or like funny videos that we see, but one of the things that I put in my folder for her, I'll put it here on the screen, is this photo of a tiny model saddle on top of this actual real life size saddle. And I have no idea, but this brings so much joy to my heart, and yeah, I don't know. So I sent it to her, and I look at this photo when I'm sad, so I sent it to her when she's sad. Yeah, so definitely go give her some extra love. I don't know, this is a little behind the scenes of what it's like to be friends with me, in case anyone was wondering. You just get tiny model saddles and like the most random humor, but it brought me joy, so I hope it brings some of you joy too. Okay, we're gonna move on from that because that is just such a weird thing to share, but that's what I think of when I think of Ava. Okay, the next one was submitted from someone from TT, and they said walrus blubber. So when I think of walrus blubber, basically when we practice, you know, in dressage there's like a line and there's the lead of the line. To get an opportunity to lead the line, the instructor or the person running the practice will say, type this phrase in the chat, and the first person to type it the fastest gets the front of the line, and then it just kind of goes from there. So one day, one of our instructors, I can't remember who it was, but they asked for a phrase and what they should type, and I said walrus blubber. So that is what I think of when I think of walrus blubber. I think of that TT practice. Another submission that we got says Shrek. So when I think of Shrek, I automatically have a craving. Like, do you guys ever crave to watch movies? It's kind of a weird thing to say, but I get movie cravings and I just really want to watch that movie, and Shrek has been one of those movies that I really want to watch. Maybe I'll watch that tonight. But when I think of Shrek, my most recent thought when it comes to Shrek is I have TikTok. I have like a personal TikTok. I don't use it or anything. That also reminds me, someone on TikTok is pretending to be me. I haven't addressed that yet, but if you see someone under the name of averydawnside on TikTok, that is not me. If I ever get a TikTok for 𝙬♬, I will absolutely let you guys know, but someone is trying to pretend to be me, and it's actually funny because I was on my in real life TikTok, and I was scrolling, and sometimes 𝙬♬ related videos pop up, and one from that account popped up. So that's how I found that. But yeah, that averydawnside account on TikTok is not me. It is someone else. Please don't follow it or think that it's me. If I ever get one, I will let you all know. Anyways, so when I think of Shrek, getting back to where we were on topic, when I think of Shrek, I was on TikTok earlier and I was scrolling, and I saw these candles that were made out of like Shrek butts, and like, you know, the scene where he's in the swamp and he's washing himself in the mud and everything. It was like a candle with like his little Shrek butt, and the candle was brown, his little Shrek butt was green, and you like light the little candle in between his cheeks, and I don't know, that's what I think of when I think of Shrek. Not the most appropriate thing, but I mean, yeah, we're just gonna keep moving on from that because yeah, we're just gonna keep moving on. Okay, the last one that I'm gonna be doing is submitted from @lova_._gladewell, which is Grace for all of you who don't know. Grace is in TT. Grace was in the litter with me that I joined TT in, and I love them very much. Anyways, so they submitted the word soup, and this is very random. I really like soup, but my most recent memory, so obviously I mentioned at the beginning of the video that I'm currently doing job training from 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. Very exhausting. But during like one of the breaks, I was talking to one of my other co-workers that I met there, and we were talking about how they just moved to like the city that I work in and all that, and they were asking for recommendations of places to go to eat, and I recommended one of my favorite restaurants. It's not a chain, so I can't like share the name with you guys because it would give away what city I live in and like what state and all that, and that's personal information. But anyways, so this place that I recommended to them has this soup flight, and if you don't know what a flight is, basically it's like it's typically with alcoholic drinks, which is why I liked seeing this like separately, I guess. But they offer this soup flight, which is where you can get like 4 different cups of tiny soups, rather than just ordering one big bowl of one type of soup. That way you get to try different soups, and I really like soup. And yeah, so I always order that when I go to this restaurant, and they have the best, I'm tripping over my words, which is why we're ending the video soon, but they have the best type of soups there, and they obviously have your traditional ones, but they also have really yummy like different ones. One time they had like an apple curried chicken, one time they have really good French onion soup, and it's making me hungry, even though I just went to dinner with my family. Now I'm rambling, but hey, that's basically what this whole video has been. But like I said, that's where I'm going to be ending the video today. We did get some training on bear. We're almost at level 13. I'm going to continue doing some training, but I'm getting tired of talking. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. As always, I appreciate you so much. Let me know again if you guys like these type of videos, if you have any suggestions on training times that you want me to do, because I have so many horses to train and they're easy and quick videos for me to do, so I love doing them. But yeah, I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Maybe go ahead and comment down. Pick a random word from this video. Actually, if you're still watching this video, pick a random word from the video that I said and tell me what you first thought of when you think of that word. But thank you guys so much for watching. As always, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. I love you so much. Okay, bye! Wait.